Most people want high life returns with low time investment and desire to be in this quadrant. But a lot of people actually spend their lives in this quadrant where they're trading a lot of their time for almost zero life returns. But the happiest people who are in the top 1%, they've actually mastered this quadrant where they spend a lot of time and get a lot of returns. But why are most people attracted to the two most opposite quadrants? The low time investment, high returns quadrant is attractive because it promises fast money and fast growth. The high time investment, low return quadrant has a lot of people because it is all about useless consumption. And a lot of us desire to go from this quadrant to this one. But the low time investment, high life return quadrant doesn't exist. I'm sorry to disappoint you with a brutal truth. There are no successful get-rich-quick schemes. You can't compress 10 years into 10 weeks. The goal isn't to find a shortcut. The goal is to find something worth investing your time in. So let's look at the quadrants again. In the low time investment, high returns quadrant, there is nothing. In the high time investment, low returns quadrant, you have passive consumption, endless scrolling. But what is there in the high time investment, high returns quadrant that a lot of top happy people are in? A lot of us think it's perhaps work, great work, and we expect work to be here and the graph of work to look like this. But it isn't quite like that. Work is probably somewhere here where you need to put a good amount of time and get maybe decent returns. The other thing that most of us think lies in this quadrant is relationships. We put in very little time on our relationships and expect big life returns. And it doesn't quite work that way. The graph of relationships never looks like this. It always looks like this. Relationships need high time investment and definitely promise high returns. The other thing that lives in this quadrant is health. Prioritizing your health for long periods of time and consistently is the only thing that can give you high returns. Not get fit quickly schemes, but consistently good living. The one thing that lives in this quadrant that we almost always forget, self-improvement. It takes years of investment consistently every day to get great returns. But it's the one thing that always differentiates the bottom from the top 1%. The surefire way to get high life returns is to consistently work on your self-improvement. This is how the matrix of life returns and time investment looks like. Ask yourself, which quadrant are you in now? In which quadrant do you want to be living in a year from now? Are you here in this quadrant chasing fast returns and fast growth? As we all know, this is impossible. Or are you living here in this quadrant, passive consumption and endless scrolling? And of course, you know that this gives you no life returns. You actually need to be here in this quadrant where you're putting in a decent amount of work, focusing on your relationships, focusing on your health, and focusing on self-improvement every day. Choose your quadrant and choose your future. Your life is the sum of the quadrants that you spend your time in. Or if you know which quadrant you want to be in, but still feel stuck, watch this video on the 4 life quadrants and why you are stuck in your life.